She's humble, but she'll do the trick. I was just waiting in the lobby for like quite a while, trying to get some work done, trying to get some editing, trying to get my website all together. So it's nice to actually be in a room now. This is the start of my adventures, which is super exciting. Tomorrow I'm leaving and going to the village, which I'm so excited about. But yeah, today I'm just running errands. I got a yummy vegan lunch, which I showed you guys, or I guess it was really breakfast because it was like 10 a.m. And walked around, went to the little rainforest walk, which I love. And I'll take you around a little bit more today because I think I'm going to try and go down to the botanical gardens and get some fun, well, just enjoy the nature, to be honest. But I will definitely film that. Oh, it's so pretty. So I wanted to give you all an update this morning. So last night, my goal last yesterday was to like stay awake until 8 o'clock to help beat some of the jet lag. But I did not do that. I fell asleep at like 7:30. I woke up at 11:20 and my train this morning is at 12:30. So I woke up and I was like, oh my god, I'm gonna miss my train. And then I was like, it's really quiet, it's so pretty dark. And then I realized it was 11:20 p.m. not a.m. So that was good for me. I don't remember if I just said this, but I'm in the Botanical Gardens in Brisbane, which I went to last time I was here, and it is just absolutely gorgeous. Like, hello, cool tree thing. Look at all of the plant life. That's just beautiful. Honestly, the plants in Australia are just unmatched, in my opinion. I mean, I love all plants, but the ones here are so cool. And historically, like, some of the oldest species on the earth, so that's really freaking cool in my opinion. And I'm heading to a very special place, which I didn't. So then I realized it was Sunday, and the grocery store closed at 6, and I was like 5:45 by the time I got there, so I ran around the store and picked up just a quick dinner, some shampoo and conditioner so I could take a well needed shower. And yeah, and then I fell asleep. Basically I woke up, then I was awake from like 11:30 to 2:30, just doing a couple things on my phone. And sorry, I'm so distracted right now by the Botanical Gardens. It's just, it's so pretty. Look at this tree. So cool. I love Brisbane, honestly. I went to Melbourne when I was here last, and I mean, look, the cities aren't my vibe to begin with. I've learned that, and I talk about that in this video. But yeah, I didn't love Melbourne. Sydney I liked better. Just the harbor was so beautiful. Honestly, I know that it might seem kind of overrated because everybody and their mother posts about going to the harbor, but it is just gorgeous there. And I don't know, like, some of these things could be contingent with the experiences that I had. You know, by the time I went to Sydney, I was like, had made a really solid group of friends, and we did a lot of like cool things in Sydney. We had just come back from Tasmania, so maybe I was just kind of on high, but I definitely liked, like, the beaches are better, and so. It's not as bad as I thought it would be. It feels kind of just like I'm talking on the phone, but I'm talking to a camera, so it's not really that different. And I feel like it's also just more common nowadays. I mean, you're still gonna get looks and stuff, but yeah, I feel not that self-conscious, honestly. I'm pretty, like, just laugh at my own mistakes kind of person and be weird and awkward sometimes, and it's weird and awkward, and it's okay. But yeah, I definitely will talk a little bit more about, because it's taken a while to get there. Last semester, she's starting an eco-village in New South Wales, and she took us to her property, and we stayed there for an eco-psychology retreat for a few days. No phones. It was like super early on in our program. Look at this freaking tree. That is so fucking cool. Sorry, no cursing. That is freaking so cool. Like, what the heck? But yeah, I'm so excited. There's nothing like the birds chirping all the time. I mean, one thing about Australia, sorry, I'm trying to take vertical, and honestly, starting this journey has really made me appreciate. I mean, I've been posting on Instagram for like a year now, and consistently, non-consistently, sort of, yeah, it's hard to grow and find a community and find your audience, especially with the algorithm and things like that. But, you know, like, for the community that I have built, even if it is a couple hundred people, it's been really cool. But I will say, like, content creation is no joke. It takes so much to take. I mean, you know, and it's obviously a privilege for a lot of people to be able to have that as their main job, and obviously this isn't my main job. But it's a lot of work behind the scenes. You know, not only do you have to film vertical content and horizontal content nowadays, short form content and long form content, and post on a ton of different social media platforms, all of which have their quirks, and edit all the videos, and come up with captions and hashtags and engage. And while engaging is super fun because, you know, you're building that community and that audience, it takes up time. All of it takes time. So I really, have come to realize how much time and effort goes into content creation. But obviously it's really important work. Hold on just one second. I kind of forgot what I was saying. But yeah, I'm really excited to get to the village. I keep, like, thinking about it and smiling. There's just nothing. Oh, I was telling you about my professor. So we went to her place for an eco-psychology retreat, which was amazing, and I learned so much. And this was, you know, a year ago, sort of at the beginning of our program, and I was still first learning about sustainability and all these different, like, environmental terms and the cross sections that like environmentalism isn't just science. Of course, it is rooted in science, but there's a lot more to it. So that was just, yeah, but her property, the place, I mean, I forgot how long they were on it, but they basically rehabilitated the whole thing, and they had this beautiful food forest. And these like little baby pineapples that were growing, and just tons of other different fruits and different trees, and they had this gorgeous little lake, and the birds in Australia are like something I've never heard before. I honestly miss the sound of the birds like that. I mean, one of the YouTubers that I watch that I love is Mother Mountain Farm, and whenever I watch the videos, they, I think, also live in New South Wales, is where their property is. The birds in the back, and like they first open their videos and they're showing all the stuff that they're doing is, yeah, so beautiful. So I can't wait to have that. So I missed my train, which is really hectic. They changed the platforms last minute, and I have this giant suitcase, so it did not. I had to take the elevator up and around the platform, and I missed it by like 5 seconds. So I went across the street and sat at a coffee shop for an hour and a half. And then I was watching the second one like a hawk on my phone, like looking at the platforms in case it changed again. And it changed 2 times, so I ended up going back over. But I'm on the train. And I texted the woman I'm staying with that I missed the other one, so everything's okay. And yeah, I'll let you know when I get there. Sorry for not filming that much. I got off the station and Robin came and picked me up, which is really lovely. This light is kind of creepy. Oh, that's worse. We had a little shared dinner with a few other people who live on her property, which is really lovely. And we did a little sharing circle, which was also super nice. But yeah, I was fighting the jet lag during that sharing circle. So I came back and I'm now heading to bed. The cabin is pretty small and a very simple accommodation, but it's comfortable. The only thing that is slightly freaking me out is the spiders. When I was in Australia last, I did pretty well with the spiders. I think it's just gonna take me a few days. But also being up in Queensland, there are like some of the more deadly spiders. So yeah, that's freaking me out just a little bit. Well, it's comfortable though. So I'm trying not to think too much about it because there's nothing I can do about it. And I'm dry and away from the rain. But yeah, like with when I was in Australia last, we were either in like hostels or condos. And then we spent some time like camping and doing more camping and staying in a couple of like cabins and national parks and stuff. So it was like sort of roughing it, but not really roughing it. And yeah, these spiders are, they're big. So I think it's fine. Everything will be fine. When we were driving up here, there were so many kangaroos. And at first I was like, is that a kangaroo? Because when I was in Australia, I only saw 2 kangaroos. I saw a lot of wallabies. I heard a lot of wallabies. But I didn't see that many kangaroos. And then one time I did see a kangaroo and the baby. It was a baby and a mommy. I was at my eco-psychology workshop where we weren't allowed to have phones. And my GoPro just could not pick it up for the life of my camera. So I didn't get a picture of the kangaroo. So anyways, I'm pretty exhausted. So once I stop thinking about the spiders, I'll fall asleep. And it's supposed to be raining all week this week, which is kind of a bummer. Because obviously there's a lot to do on the property and we can still do it in the rain, but there's just less that we can do in the rain. So, but it's good for me in terms of being able to get some work done and all that good stuff. So I don't know, kind of a double-edged tool. That's how I know I need to go to bed. Double-edged sword. Anyways, good night. I will see you in the morning.